Rising all of Scotland, and it's time for us to fight back. It looks certain. It looked certain that we would be defeated at Falkirk. Yet, somehow, though outnumbered and outranged by English longbows, we were victorious! English castle was torn down, and a Scottish one will be built in place. William Wallace has shown us the path to victory. Although he's but one man, he inspires great deeds in others, and many of the Scottish princes and lords have drawn their swords with his. Wallace's own sword is a 5.5-foot beast, forged, of course, in Scotland. He has sworn not to rest until his sword finds the neck of Edward Longshanks. The struggle will continue, but we have learned the ways of war. Now, it is the English who will know fear. For us to rising all of Scotland, and it's time for us to fight back. But if we're to defeat them, every one of us will need to learn how to march and fight. Follow the path to the blue flag. First, click the soldier. Good. Now, right-click near the blue flag. Good. Now, move to the next flag. Click the soldier, then right-click near the flag. Excellent. To move to the next flag, you must walk through the black area. Moving into the black area reveals more of the map. The black area represents unexplored territory. That's all there is to it. Now go on to the next flag where you'll meet some allied soldiers. Move all your soldiers at once. Click near the units and drag around them. Then right-click to move them. Try moving your soldiers to the next flag. Did all your units make it to the flag? The road ahead is guarded by an English outpost. Scroll up to the outpost building by moving the mouse to the very top of the screen. Then click the red outpost. Right-click the outpost to attack. The outpost is destroyed. That should slow the English raids. Keep following the path to the village. Home sweet home. What? English are angry that you destroyed their outpost. They're coming to attack your village. Don't panic. Just click your soldiers and right-click the English soldiers to attack. Defeat the enemy soldiers and you're on your first battle. Good job. Now you know how to fight back against the English army. Soldiers now, if only a few. But if we are to turn back the greed of Edward Longshanks, we will need many more recruits. Much more gold in our coffers. These ancient stones and oaks around us will soon be steeped in the blood of clansmen.
Age of Empires 2 is about empire building, combat and conquest. You start from humble beginnings, a small village in the Dark Ages. You explore to expand your borders, conduct trade to boost your economy, and research technologies to grow your civilization into a mighty empire. But there are difficulties too.
Ancient stones and oaks around us will soon of it. Soldiers now, if only a few. But if we are to turn back the greed of Edward Longshanks, we will need many more recruits. Much more gold in our coffers. These ancient stones and oaks around us will soon be steeped in the blood of clansmen.
Age of Empires 2 is about empire building, combat and conquest. You start from humble beginnings, a small village in the Dark Ages. You explore to expand your borders, conduct trade to boost your economy, and research technologies to grow your civilization into a mighty empire. But there are difficulties too. Cunning enemies and rivals that oppose you, powerful castles to destroy, tyrants to bring down. If you're skillful and a little lucky, you just might build a wonder of the world and create an empire that will stand the test of time. To learn how empires are built, help our first hero, William Wallace, in his fight against his oppressors.
We are without a leader. The dead King of Scotland has no heir. War creeps in from the south, where Edward Longshanks, the avaricious King of England, has returned from successful campaigns to conquer Wales and France. As Longshanks turns his attention to Scotland, the shadow of fear settles across the Highlands. The English have thousands of Welsh longbowmen, hundreds of knights on horseback, and dozens of siege weapons. We Scottish have a rabble of untrained soldiers who do not even know how to march in a straight line. We must act soon if we have any chance of resistance. We need to forge an army by any means necessary. Hundreds of years, but gathering enough food to feed an army is a different matter entirely. Without a strong economy, the meager forces that we've cobbled together will collapse again. To support the Scottish army, you'll need to build up your stockpile of resources. To win, gather 50 food, 50 wood, and 50 gold. To gather food from the forage bush, click a villager. Then right-click a forage bush near the blue flag. In the status area at the bottom of the screen, you can see how much food the villager is carrying. The villager continues to gather from the forage bush until he's carrying 10 food. The villager will continue working for you, carrying the food to the town center. The amount of food you have is shown in the upper left corner of the screen. In addition to your food stockpile, you can see your current wood, gold, and stone stockpiles. The more villagers you have, the faster you can gather resources. Assign your new villagers to gather food. Great! You now have 50 food. To win, also gather 50 wood and 50 gold. To gather wood, click a villager, then right-click a tree. Good! You found some gold.
Tonnage. Tol. Bit 4.
Excellent! You now have enough gold.
Tonnage. Chart. Tol. Tonnage.
You're well on your way to making a city. To support the Scottish army, you'll need to build up your stockpile of resources. To win, gather 50 food, 50 wood, and 50 gold. To gather food from the forage bush, click a villager. Then right-click a forage bush near the blue flag. In the status area at the bottom of the screen, you can see how much food the villager is carrying. The villager continues to gather from the forage all his disrepute has shown military tactics in Wales, England, and France to be very effective, if not cruel and ruthless. He's indeed an enemy to be feared. The English sacked the town of Berwick upon Tweed. Would that I could call it a battle, but it was truly more of a massacre. Unless we organize our army, there will be more massacres to follow. I pray we can be ready for Longshanks coming. In villages throughout the Highlands, there is grim talk of skirmishes between Scotland and England. They lost the city of Dunbar this week. Scottish defenders broke ranks and fled. The English have an army that is larger and better trained. To compete with them, we are going to need new recruits to pick up the spear, sword, or bow. We must remake these shepherds into soldiers. We will need many soldiers to defend our homeland. We'll start by creating villagers. Click your town center. Then click the Create Villager button in the lower left corner of the screen. It takes time for a villager to appear. If your town center is selected, you can see the progress in the status area at the bottom of your screen. Good job! The villager has appeared next to your town center. Now, create another villager. You need additional housing to support your population. To build a house, click the villager. Click the Buildings button, click the Build House button, then click where you want to build a house. If more villager build a building, it will go up faster. Good job! Try building another house. Each house supports 5 units. Population indicator at the top of the screen shows your current supportable population. Other buildings are made just like houses. Try building networks. The X is a million. Right, complete. Now we can create soldiers. Click the X, then click the Create Militia button. Selecting different buildings or units gives you different options in the lower left corner of the screen. Create 3 more, and you'll have soldiers to protect the area and win the scenario. Click the X, and click the Create Militia button 3 more times to make 3 soldiers in a row. Soldiers, you'll be able to defend this area against English attacks. Now that we have militias stationed across the border, the English have slowed their raids. But facing Longchamps' army will be another matter. The wicked English king has yet to bring his famous longbows to bear. Our militias could only get us so far. We are going to need more advanced weapons. Rumours creep in from the south of a giant who leads the forces of Scotland, his great sword driving through earth and man and horse alike. If this mythical knight can hold the English advance, it will give us time to develop the arms we need. Even now, our smiths are forging swords and fletchers are making arrows and crossbow bolts. English use very advanced weapons and armor. To win, you will need to advance to the feudal age and repel the English raids. You're going to need to research some technologies of your own to increase the strength of your civilization. For example, researching loom makes your villagers hard to kill. To research loom, click the town center, then click the Research Loom button. Good. Researching technology costs resources, but improves your civilization. While you're researching, you can put your villagers to work and use your military units to explore. New technologies and buildings become available when you advance to a new age. To advance from the Dark Age to the Feudal Age, you need 500 food. Now you have enough food to advance to the Feudal Age. However, you also need 2 buildings from your current age. You already have a barracks, so now have your villagers build a mill. A mill is a drop-off point for food, so build it next to your food source. In addition to gathering food in foreign oceans, villagers can earn cheap or not dear food. Now you can advance from the Dark Age to the Feudal Age. Click your town center, then click the Advance to the Feudal Age button. Good! You're on your way to the Feudal Age. Dwarves! The English are making a sneak attack! Now the battle is over. Create some extra militia units in the barracks to replenish your forces. is the best way to improve your civilization. Near the minimap at the lower right corner of the screen is the idle villager button. Click it and locate villagers who are not currently assigned to a task. Now join the fun. You can upgrade your militia to men at arms. Click the barracks, then click upgrade to men at arms. Here we go.
Vordere. Seire. Seire.
Bit 4. Tall. Bit 4. Bit 4.
Upgrading to man at arms will change all your militia units to the more powerful men at arms. The English are attacking again! Teach them a lesson with your new men at arms!
Bravo, ja.
The English are no match for your warriors. Stormed and sacked the city of Perth. It's worse, he's captured the fabled Stone of Stone and declared himself King of Scotland. They cannot bring about a victory in battle soon, and the Scottish armies will be too demoralized to put up any fight at all. If this mythical Scottish giant does exist, I wish he'd get his forces up to Stirling, where we shall next do battle. The time for minor skirmishes is over. We now prepare for war. The villain Longshanks is poised across the river Forth and threaten the town of Stirling with a force of men-at-arms, heavy cavalry, and a multitude of archers. Our newly formed army marches southward to establish our own base and attack the English before they can ready their troops. The time has come to take the offensive. The English will have a fortified the town of Stirling. If we can defeat the English here, they may think twice about their invasion of Scotland. To win, destroy the English tower to the west. Before we attack the English to the west, we need to build up our forces. Have your villagers start gathering food and wood. Keep making villagers at your town centre until you have 10. The more villagers you have, the faster your resources will come in. You can gain more food by building fishing ships. To create fishing ships, have your villagers build a dock in the water to the south. Scout cavalry at poor you can see great distance. You can use your step cavalry to explore the map and find English. The best way for moving center is in another room. For villagers, you take the town center and with the second point. Use the villagers to build mill near the fort trees.
Oh, mit hier. Mit hier. Oh. Oh, mit hier. Oh, mit hier. Oh, Emma. Oh, oh. Mit hier, mit hier, mit hier. Oh, oh, oh. Mit hier. Mit hier. Oh, oh. Oh, mit hier.
You destroyed English camp. The battle staring short and victory for the Scots. I'll shot it up. Once created, and find out feature means you have all the basic skills you need to play around a map game. The most common type of game in Age of Empires 2. Find out means you will staring short and victory for the Great job! You destroyed English camp. The battle of staring short and victory for the Scots. Now that you know how to build up, advance through the ages, and find and fight share means you have all the basic skills you need to play around a map game. The most common type of game in Age of Empires 2. Stirling was our first great victory. Even as we held the coastline, word came in that the Stirling breach had been held by a force of Scots, led by the mythical knight, of whom so many have spoken. Now, we know his name. Sir William Wallace, the hammer of the English. Edward Longshanks names Wallace a traitor and a criminal, but Sir William replies that he cannot be a traitor, since he never swore fealty to an English king. With Wallace leading our armies, the men fight with renewed vigor. Perhaps the tide of our misfortunes is about to turn. Our coffers were depleted at the Battle of Stirling. Stirling was our first great victory, even as we held the coastline. Word came in that the Stirling bridge. Stirling was our first great victory, even as we held the coastline. Word came in that the Stirling Bridge had been held by a force of Scots, led by the mythical knight, of whom so many have spoken. Now we know his name, Sir William Wallace, the hammer of the English. Edward Longshanks names Wallace a traitor and a criminal, but Sir William replies that he cannot be a traitor, since he never swore fealty to an English king. With Wallace leading our armies, the men fight with renewed vigor. Perhaps the tide of our misfortunes is about to turn. Our coffers were depleted at the Battle of Stirling, so we need to strengthen our economy once again before pushing south into lands held by the English. We need to construct a market and establish trade routes to the villages of friendly clans. Local legends speak of 3 sacred relics hidden south of Stirling. Acquiring these artifacts for Wallace's army will be a great boost to Scottish morale. The Scottish army has been rallied by recent victories against the English. The situation's starting to look up. Did you know that there are 3 different modes for the minimap in the lower right corner of the screen? You can show only military units, or only resources and trade units, by clicking the buttons just below and to the right of the minimap. It will help the morale of our army to collect holy relics and place them in a monastery. One of the relics is close to your town. An ally has another relic in the English country. You can retrieve a relic by clicking the monk and right-clicking the relic. Monks have other abilities as well. They can heal your injured soldiers, those are your allies. They can also attempt to convert enemy soldiers to join your army. Good! You have a relic. Protect the relic in the monastery by right-clicking the monastery. Farms are a good source of food once you've exhausted forage, bushes, and animals. Farms are built like buildings and must be periodically rebuilt. To gather food from a farm, click a villager, then right-click a farm. Perfect. You now have 1 relic garrison. Relics garrisoned in your monastery will slowly add gold to your stockpile. It's nice to have allies on the map. Your ally, the Yellow Player, can help you fight the enemy. You can also trade with your ally. To trade, you'll need to build a market. You've reached your allies' town. Go inside and see how the city's doing. Your allies' gate will open automatically for you. Villagers and soldiers normally appear outside the building that created them. You can have your units move to a spot once they're created by using gather points. To set a gather point for infantry, click your barracks, click Set Gather Point, then click where on the map you want your infantry to gather. You can use the technology tree to see what technologies and upgrades you can research. Click the technology tree button in the upper right corner of the screen to see the tree for your civilization. We have enough soldiers now to think about attacking the English and recovering their relic.
If you're getting ready to attack the English, I can help you out. Here, take this food and wood. Welcome. If you've come to the relic, you can find it on the hill to the northeast of our town.
Oh, yeah.
You now have 2 relics, Garrison. Bring back 1 more and you'll be victorious. trade cards to generate extra gold. You can also exchange one resource for another at the market for a small fee. Click the market, then click sell food for gold. You made a trade card. If you click the trade card on your allies' market, you can make extra gold. Your trade card will automatically make trips between your and your allies' markets.
Kia. Unit. To. Пробуйте. Пробуйте. Unit. To. Unit. Unit. Unit.
Пробуйте.
Пробуйте. Только. Пробуйте.
Upon the long with the three relics now locked away safely in Scottish churches, men murmur that we are blessed by the heavens. Our army now stands a chance as we prepare for the final clash with the English. Scotland now has archers and knights of our own with which to meet Longshanks. We march south to Falkirk, where we will rendezvous with the army of William Wallace and plan our combined attack upon the English castle. The only way we can hold the boggy lowlands around Falkirk is to build a castle and as many walls as we can construct in a short time. These fortifications will serve to protect our camp as we construct siege weapons with which to assault the English castle. Once the castle is constructed, Wallace himself has sworn to join our forces, and together we will attack Longshanks and his English troops. You have some walls already, but you should complete them as soon as you have enough stone.
Beat 4.
Nenige. Nenige. Nenige.
Vordere. Terug. Kia. Go. Terug.
If you have surplus resources of one type, you can sell them for gold at your market. You can then use the gold to buy what you need.
Oh, it's good.
It's here. It's here.
You can build towers to defend yourself. Use the absolute towers to protect you. Actually, fire up.
Пробуя.
Erla, beat 4. Пробуем. Kia. Trevor, пробуем. Kia. Beat 4. Toe, kjar. Toe. Trevor. Erla. Kia.
Пробуя.
destroy the castle. Attention, I must see when the great rebel in the village, then, and the English castle at Falkirk is no more. The English pretensions in Scotland are surely at an end. The forces of Wallace are triumphant.
Here.
It looked certain that we would be defeated at Falkirk. Yet, somehow, though outnumbered and outranged by English longbows, we were victorious! English castle was torn down, and a Scottish one will be built in its place. William Wallace has shown us the path to victory. Although he's but one man, he inspires great deeds in others, and many of the Scottish princes and lords have drawn their swords with his. Wallace's own sword is a 5.5-foot beast, forged, of course, in Scotland. He has sworn not to rest until his sword finds the neck of Edward Longshanks. The struggle will continue, but we have learned the ways of war. Now, it is the English who will know fear.